Hello, everybody. Welcome to part of my new studio. And I just wanted to thank you for being here today. And today's discussion is going to be about after you move a big studio like I have, which took 2 months approximately to get it over here. What are some of the things that I've learned? So basically, when I started, I was attempting not to have to pre-pack my studio in boxes and, figuring it would save some time. And I had these white carts on wheels that I could push with my foot so I wouldn't have to lift because I'm still having some difficulty with lifting more than 5 pounds. So the question became, how do you pack and can you still paint if you're in the middle of this move? I discovered I could not paint and move at the same time. It just was not going to work for me. So, what I learned in attempting all of these different ideas, is a couple of things, at least four. So the first one is that basically, although my intention was to slowly, filter through my products and, discard things that I didn't need anymore, when it came to the trades, there was an entirely different set of expectations. In other words, once they went, you might not see them anymore. So you had to have a plan of action. And for instance, one of the things that you could have done, or I could have done, I should say, a color coding system where you give each room a name so that when you arrive at the end point, you know where to place the materials without having to check all the carts. And that is what happened. I had to basically redetermine, okay, this cart goes into the studio room, this one goes into the gallery, and vice versa. So another thing to take into account: the electricians, the duct cleaners, the window cleaners, the blind cleaners, the painters, the builders, the roofers, cable people, gardeners, all have their own agenda. And guess what? It does not revolve around your own. So coordinating these schedules with your own can and will be, you know, a bit trying. And what happened for me is everybody converged on the establishment all at once. So that made for some interesting forgetfulness items. For instance, I forgot my best friend's opening, and that wasn't a good thing. And the other thing is basically I forgot to renew my passport, and I had a big show coming, and I didn't get to go because my passport had expired. So, third mistake you might make when you're doing a big move like this is overloading your brain. So, I can remember being in bed and I'm micromanaging all this stuff. I got to do that there, put that here, and don't forget to contact this guy or that person. So, my advice for you would be to try and sleep more and take some time off. Definitely a good thing to do. Another thing to take into account is that you may not be able to paint during this time period. And if you don't, then it's okay. Make it okay, because depending on how you work as an artist, you may work on a totally different set of rules. Some people thrive in chaos. I do not. I'm what I call a block painter. I need serious blocks of time where I'm concentrated and focused in order to paint properly. Now, you might be able to still get away with some small projects, but don't expect that they will be, prize winners, because I know for me they weren't anyways. So on the positive side of things, when you have finally moved in, it's time to assess what you've learned about yourself. I was actually very surprised at the relative calmness and the decision-making skills I showed during this entire time period. I did not expect that of myself. I thought I'd be like all over the place. But no, I sort of took things pretty much in stride, even with the trades convergence. So I've also enjoyed some time alone with my library books, which I hadn't had a lot of time to do. And I had a lot of visitors come by and offer me encouragement and help, and I'm really grateful for that. I definitely worked my brain power in terms of organizational skill, development, visual design, work environment, where am I going to put this, that, and the other thing. So it was and is a good month. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope this helps somebody. Thank you.